Hey, welcome. Thank you for joining me today. So I want to talk about how to take a break and still have your business working, because in networking we tend to get hustling. We just go and go and go, and that wears us down, and we need to stop. And if you've seen yesterday's live, I said rest is part of work, and we can call this part two because I'm actually going to the cinema. But while I'm there enjoying myself with LeBron James, my business will continue to work. And that's how I want it to be for everyone. There were times before I had this set up that I just continued going, whether it was summer, Christmas, Easter, whatever. Kids were at school or the kids were off school, mommy was working constantly. And that's not healthy. And to be honest, I don't even know how successful that was, the constant hustle. So if that's where you are, I feel you. I feel your tiredness. And let's work on not having to work so hard. Now, before I get into that, if I'm new to you, my name is Joanne Edgecombe. I'm an online marketer, and my mission is to help network marketing moms to leverage the power of social media to build huge teams online. And part of that is what I'm going to speak about now. So in networking, the whole premise really is a lot of people doing a little bit. But what actually tends to happen is that one person burns themselves out trying to keep everyone going. I'm speaking to a really lovely lady at the moment, and she has a team, and her team is growing. She's in health and wellness, but she's finding that she's constantly propping them up, telling them what to do, spoon feeding, and that's tiring. That is tiring, and no one wants to get into that vicious cycle of they do a little bit, you tell them more, and you're constantly having to feed everyone. That's not the way it's supposed to be. So I want to help you to do two things. The first thing is to set up an ecosystem online for free that will help keep your people served, help to keep them, instead of you constantly doing the boosting and the motivation, your system does that for you. And then the second thing is to create a support system for yourself. And this is incredibly important for a lot of reasons. One, a support system surrounds you with the type of environment that you need for yourself to grow. And I'm going to start with this first. Clearly, I've already started. But to me, this is more important because let's say, for example, and again, I'm speaking about people that I know, people who are in relationships where maybe the other person is not as supportive, towards the business. And that really brings down the team member. And I know both women and men in this position where their husband or wife or boyfriend, girlfriend doesn't support their networking business, thinks it's a waste of time, what are you doing, and all this stuff. And at first, it was my personal effort to keep trying to build these people up, keep trying to keep them going. And I'm not saying that that's not a good thing. What I'm saying is there's a more effective way to do it. And as someone, if that person is you and you have negative people around you, or people that don't support your business, not that they're negative, I don't want to make it sound like that, but it's important for you to be in an environment where you get built up. So there are a lot of groups online that does this very effectively. Join some groups and get around people in your industry, in your business, that can build you up and just help you along the way. So that's my first thing. Get support for yourself. I am part of a fantastic community, and this is not a community about trying to get you into a business. This is a community about helping you to build your business, right? And listen, look, let me share this story with you. So I'm a single mom. I'm a mom of three little children who are banished upstairs while I do this live, waiting to go and see Space Jam 2. Now, there was a time, not very long ago, where I was getting ill. Like in the middle of the night, I'd get ill. And the only thing that made me feel better was lying on the floor in the corridor. And so in the middle of the night, I would wake up, I'd be in pain, and I'd be, really and I'd go and I'd lie on the floor. And something about the floors in my corridors are wooden. So the coldness on my face somehow made me feel better. And despite being ill, I knew that I would still have to get up in a couple of hours' time and get the children to school or to nursery or whatever it was. And I went through quite a while like that. Don't worry, I'm fine now. It turns out, by the way, I'm intolerant to onions. That's what was doing it. But I was alone, you see. And during the day, after having a night or a morning like that, during the day I was really run down. I was really tired. And yet I was trying to build this business on my own. And that cycle just wore me down. Honest, I cannot explain to you. It was unpleasant. And that's why I do this. That's why I say I'm helping networking moms, because I don't want anyone to experience that. I don't want anyone anywhere to have that experience where they're alone in this. So get into a community that can help you. And it was in having people around me that understood the challenges that are there anyway in networking, but then who also identified with me, that helped me to keep going in my business. And it's not there yet, but when this video is finished, I'm going to post a link to the community that I'm a part of. And if you want to learn to write engaging posts, if you want to learn to develop a group for yourself, for your business, if you want to simply learn how to put things in place to have an online, as I said, ecosystem, which I am going to get into in a second, this group is what will support you to do that. So the link will be up there by the time this is all fully loaded and everything. So let's get on to this ecosystem, which was number 2. You can pay to have a funnel created and do all of that stuff, and that's great. Or you can just do it for free, right? You can have your profile page, and if you're watching me right now, or if you're watching the replay, you're probably on Facebook, so you have a personal profile, great. Little note, Facebook does not like you using your personal profile for business. So create a page. A page is free. You can create a page and know who you're speaking to on your page, whether you want to speak to team members or prospective team members or customers. Now, I would say keep it separate, because those are 2 different target markets. The people that you're speaking to as prospective team members for your business, they're looking to build a business, they're looking to earn money, they're looking to sell or promote or whatever it is that you do in your business. And so you need to be speaking to them about that and how they can do it and helping them to do that. If on the other hand, you're looking for customers, different set of people again. And of course, some will cross over. Some customers will be team members and some team members will be happily customers. But know which one you actually want to be speaking to. That's so vitally important, because you don't want to get your messages crossed at all. So if you're looking for customers, then what you're going to be doing is not speaking about products. In fact, I would go so far as to say don't have any posts about products on your page, even though you're looking for customers. What I would say is figure out what problems those people might be facing and speak about that and how you have a solution for it. Now, it's a little bit, it can be a little bit tricky because you want to say creams or, whatever. But here is a really great exercise to do. So going down the customer route. So the customer has a problem. That's your first column. Talk about the problems that they're having, right? And those problems lead to fears. So I'm doing this like a table. So you have the problem and list out all of the things that they'll be experiencing from that problem. Itchy skin and, maybe self-esteem may be impacted and discomforts, any pains, list them out. In the column next to it, those are their fears. So you have itchy skin. What would be the fear associated with that? What would be the fear associated with if one of the problems is something like their self-esteem? The fear might be that they'll never have a partner, or they'll never be able to have a social life, a normal social life, or, you know, whatever the associated fears might be with that problem. That's your next column. And then next to that, you want to have the wants. So if they have a problem with itchy skin, they want relief. They want something to soothe them. They want fill in the blanks. And again, just go down the line, list them out. And so it's 5 columns. So bear with me, we have 2 more to go. So the next column after that is their dreams. So you have the want. So this is the practical thing that they want. They want a product that will soothe their skin. And what's the dream that leads to that? Well, the dream is that now they can go out and they feel confident. They're in loving relationships. These are now the impact of achieving those wants. So that's what the dreams are, the impact. List those out, as many as you possibly can, right? And then the last column is speaking their language. Now, your customers, and remember, we're talking about customers. You can do this as well if you want to go down the team member route. But your customers speak a certain language. There are words that they would use. If they're talking about itchy skin, one of their words might be inflammation, or inflamed, or broken, or psoriasis, or whatever it is. Those terms that they would use, list them out there. And then on your page, when you're making your content, you refer to this. That's your target market language there. That's your people. So talk in their language, speak to them, speak specifically to them. And this is why I said, if you're going down the teammate route or the customer route, keep it separate, because think of all of what I just said. If you're trying to cross post and get team members and customers on one page, you're confusing people. They don't actually know what you're about. That's just the truth. But that ecosystem now, you have your page, you're speaking to your people, you have a profile that's really set up congruently with your page, and here's what will start to happen. People will come to your page, they'll check you out, and then they'll go to your profile because they want to see who this person is. And while you go off and take a break, which is what this entire post is about, you'll still have all that content feeding them. So if I had that itchy skin problem and you're speaking about what the condition is and how to help it, and maybe you have some natural remedies, make sure you're drinking even more water, double your intake, and you're telling me all of this, and I am being taken care of by you on your page. So while you're off with LeBron James, I'm still getting value from you. So that is the ecosystem. And you can do this as well if you're doing lives. You could set up YouTube. YouTube is another free platform, and feed your live videos onto your YouTube platform and feed that back into your page, back to your profile. And it just works really nicely, drawing people into you, letting them get to know you, building them up without you doing everything. And that's where I want you to be. I want you to be at a place where it's being done, but you're not the one doing everything. And that's really it. And I hope that's helpful. And get yourself into a community that will help you. Come and check out our community. I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed. We have some fantastic people in there, and some fantastic free resources as well. Every week there's training. I mean, you can't really ask for a better environment to be in, to keep your vision going and keep you working towards what you want. So that's it for now. Hey, Michelle, thank you very much. I'm happy you found it useful. And I'm off because LeBron James does not wait for anyone. All right, take care. Have a great day. Bye.